Okay, so I want to tell you my top 5 video games of all time.
All right.
Okay. We got Mario Kart.
For which system? That's important.
I'm going to say...
if we're talking 64, I could put that in there.
I'm going to say 64.
All right. I agree.
Okay. We're going to keep on 64. Another game for 64.
Word.
GoldenEye.
Once again, I agree.
Okay.
So now we're doing top 3. Because we both agree on those 2.
Okay. I'm going to go back to original Nintendo. I'm going to go Super Mario 3.
I don't disagree. That's my favorite regular Nintendo game.
Okay.
So now we got 2.
I'm going to go to... the next 2 are a PlayStation 1 and a PlayStation 2.
All right, this is where we're probably going to disagree. Hit me with it.
Okay. I got San Andreas.
Fire.
And Tony Hawk.
Which Tony Hawk?
Ooh. I'm going to go 1.
Okay. Now I have to recalibrate what you said.
Okay.
So Mario Kart 64.
Mario Kart 64.
007.
Yeah. GoldenEye. Mario 3. San Andreas. And Tony Hawk 1.
Well, I feel like...
Can you put another game in there that would break into that top 5 and take somebody out?
Well, yeah, I feel like Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for Sega
that's a good competitor.
Deserves a respectable place in the top 5.
Hold on,
I feel like Donkey Kong Country for Super Nintendo deserves a respectable place in the top 5. And
see,
as much as I agree with Super Mario 3 for regular Nintendo, with Super Mario World for SNES better. I think it's a better game. And then Tony Hawk, I'd give it to Tony Hawk 2 over Tony Hawk 1. And that's playable for GameCube. Pretty sure it's playable for GameCube, 64, PlayStation, and PlayStation 2. Because I don't disagree. Because the Tony Hawk games, that's the next level innovation. See, that's the problem with Sonic. Sonic and Mario are so close. Same with Donkey Kong.
Sonic. What did you say? Sonic. What did you say? Sonic 2.
Yes, Sonic 2. Sonic 2, Donkey Kong Country 1 for SNES. And
I ain't gonna deny Donkey Kong was a great game. It doesn't beat the other games that we mentioned. It is a great game.
You know what? This is my top 5.
Okay, that's your top 5.
It's GoldenEye 100% because I feel like GoldenEye is kind of the precursor to. If we really want to take it back, we could say Duke Nukem is the precursor to even GoldenEye.
On the computer?
Yeah, but you had it for the game systems too.
Was it?
I
remember on the computer, but
I'm pretty sure there's an N64 version. I'm pretty sure there's a PlayStation version.
Okay.
But GoldenEye took Duke Nukem to a next level. So I have to give it to GoldenEye. So you got GoldenEye with me. And that's why I'm not even going to go with Grand Theft Auto, because in my opinion, honestly, Grand Theft Auto built on 007. Because if you played the old Grand Theft Auto games, it was a street view with mad pixels and you were just driving a car. Like, it wasn't the game that it was.
That's why I'm saying San Andreas,
took
that whole...
It revolutionized the idea.
Yeah.
But that's 007 that planted that seed. And realistically, Duke Nukem. But you know what? I think 007 was a more user-friendly, better way to play a game like Duke Nukem.
Okay.
So I'll give you 007.
We agree on GoldenEye.
Yeah, GoldenEye. I might have to take I might have to take Mario Kart out of that list. As much as I hate to, because I love that game, I might have to because.
What is replacing it?
Well, firstly, I've never been huge on sport video games, but if we're gonna talk about video games, how are you gonna sleep on NBA Jam?
Shit, I didn't even think about.
Like, I'm not even big on sport video games, but that game was fire, and once again, a precursor to a lot.
Yeah. NBA Streets.
You don't have NBA Streets. You don't have Def Jam Vendetta. You don't have none of this shit without NBA Jam and Mortal Kombat as well, too.
Ooh.
What about Rampage? What about Street Fighter?
Hold on, I was going to say, okay.
What about Shinobi?
Okay, Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat.
I give it to Mortal Kombat.
I do, too.
I give it to Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I do, too.
Like, and this is why it's so hard, because there's better versions of everything. But if we're going to go top 5 of all time, like, I feel like I really got to set what's important in place. So, to me,
I almost forgot about Mortal Kombat. That might be that might take out Mario Kart to me, actually.
You know what? When we put in that respect, I might give it to Mario 3 for regular Nintendo, because that's the precursor for Donkey Kong Country to become what it is. Okay. That's the precursor for Super Mario World to become what it is. So Super Mario 3 is that first real grid map view video game of, what do they call it? RPM or?
I don't remember.
Or role play, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That type of video game where you have a map and you hit destinations. So I'm going to give it to Super Mario 3 for that reason. Because I think Super Mario World and Donkey Kong Country are 2 of the best video games of all time. But I only have 5 to pick from. So we're giving it Super Mario 3 for regular Nintendo for being the precursor to those.
Okay, so you had Tony Hawk 2. You still consider Tony Hawk in the top 5?
Tony Hawk 2, I'm putting in the top 5 still, because Tony Hawk 1 was fire, but Tony Hawk 2
okay, we both have a Tony Hawk in there.
Was more innovative. And it's the same ideology. And I don't really think anything did Tony Hawk before Tony Hawk did. Like, that was a new thing.
For me, okay, I changed my Mario Kart and I put in Mortal Kombat. But I still keep San Andreas to me.
Okay, so I'm going Super Mario 3.
Yeah.
Because of, and even like Sonic. Sonic kind of lags off of the.
Yeah.
But you know what? Sonic
was a great game too.
But Sonic doesn't do the map play. It plays off the regular Mario.
Yeah.
So you know what? To be honest with you, I don't even know if I can give it to Mario 3 as much as that innovates the games that I love. I think I got to give it to Mario 1 for regular Nintendo, because that births Sonic, that births Mario 3, which births in hand some of the best map games.
Yeah.
Even the Zeldas and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I have to give it to Mario 1 for regular Nintendo. I have to give it to Tony Hawk 2 for Super Nintendo or PlayStation.
No, it's PlayStation, yeah.
I think Mortal Kombat, because that sets the precursor of real good fighter games. Like, you had Michael Tyson knockout and shit, but that shit was corny. Like, like Mortal Kombat really set a precedent for like a good fighting game.
Yeah.
So Mortal Kombat, Super Mario 1, Tony Hawk 2, GoldenEye 007. Because though you had Duke Nukems and stuff before it, it really set the precursor. Like, you don't get your Medal of Honors and all this other shit people are playing since, like Gears of War, whatever it's called, any of that shit. Like, that's all birthed from 007.
And Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. So all that's birthed. Even when Grand Theft Auto reinvented itself, that's birthed after that format. It's a different format, but it's birthed after that format. So I can't even put Grand Theft Auto on the list, because I remember when Grand Theft Auto was a little pixelated game where you're driving a car through streets that were just blocks from a bird's eye view. So I'm giving it to 007, Mario 1 for regular Nintendo, Mortal Kombat, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, and the fifth is a hard one. Yeah, I might give it to Mario Kart for the fifth. Okay. There were racing games before it, but Mario Kart was really the hot racing game.
Okay. All right.
64. Yeah. Mario Kart.
All right. So, yeah.
Diddy Kong Racing was kind of dope too, but it wasn't the same. And Mario parties are cool.
Yeah.
I really love Paper Marios, but once again, those all follow that same format. You know, Zelda's, all that stuff. So.
All right. So, yeah.
I have to give it to that. Yeah.
Okay.
And that was kind of a good question. That was like kind of deep.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah.
And a lot of kids, like anyone like younger than our age, are probably like, what y'all talking about? Like this and this and this are the hottest games, but they didn't see where it built from.
Yeah. Okay. So,
have you ever played the original Donkey Kong for Atari? Where it's like the girl, it's like snakes and ladders, and like Donkey Kong is just the gorilla throwing barrels. It's like he's the bad guy. And you're trying to be the good guy climbing up. Like
I never played that. No.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Look that up. Pac-Man.
We're done. Battery dead.
Pac-Man. You mentioned Pac-Man. Pac-Man. Yo, this is off video, but Pac-Man's got it over Mario Kart. Yo, what's up? It's your man, MLNY, Maloney, Breaking Records Radio. You know what it is. I'm just here to tell you guys right now that you want to, if any of my smokers out there, basically, any of my Canadian smokers, now that it's legal, what you got to do is you got to head over to thccollection.com and check them out. And make sure you use the promo code HIPHOP. That's HIPHOP. And that's all capital letters. Save 10% on every purchase that you make. Anytime. They got everything. They got deals every single day of the week, which include like free whatever with whatever you buy. And my favorite is Tulip Tuesday. You can get $100 ounces, and that's only on Tuesdays. And you save 10% on every purchase with the promo code HIPHOP, all caps. That's HIPHOP. So make sure you go over there, check them out. That's thccollection.com for all your good medible needs, for all your good greenery, your extracts, and all that good stuff.